Hello Galactic family. Looking for aid of various forms. Question. My beloved masters and masters. Great, thank you for the opportunity. I am in a process that seems very confusing to me. Oscillation of emotions, very crying, tightness in the heart, sickness, weakness in the legs and arms. Every day, I ask that my heart be open, that I can always allow the connection with you, and I feel it in many moments. There are hours that I feel a lot of anguish, guilt and fear. I feel a state of inertia and weariness. I have many projects and I cannot put into practice, but I also feel comfort and joy in knowing that I am not alone, that I am constantly assisted. There are many doubts and at the same time a desire to expand that comes to hurt the chest. That I am crying and I feel trapped, because I still cannot see my way clearly. I became very socially insulated. I know it is an intense process and I have sought support in messages, meditations, prayers, magnified healing, yoga, contact with nature, in the group of new virtual friends, which are comforting seeds in difficult days. I really want to meet professionally and be financially independent, live in my soul purpose and develop mediumship. I was oriented in the center, but I do not know if the sensations and dreams I have are mediumistic. I feel like I want to get new flights and very high. Sometimes I feel something pulling me down. What do I need to do? Grateful for unconditional love. Answer. Hail. Orumila. Saraphia. Mother Josepha is here to tell you that you do not have to deal with all this complexity in your life. The mediumship you all have. This is not something unique to you, Fia. The star seeds? Ah yes. All of you are star seed. Up to this vein here, Fia. It turns out that you do not need to pack crutches to follow your inner discovery. All of you are unique and the journey of evolution is unique. You can benefit from learning in some groups during specific phases of your life, but brief and temporary. Do not cling to the provisional. Remember that everything is for your learning. So absorb and go forward to receive the new. That's how life works. You are a pioneer, trust, not a follower. You are all pioneers, but you remain a long time being followers, sometimes a lifetime. And you know what makes them followers for so long? Because you have not yet reached the point of letting go and seeking the new within yourself, your own truths. But that is not you, Fia. The truth is masking what is the inner search, engaging in a lot of things neat. So the vein is here to tell you that the fire is going to start to see things light up when it starts to release. He begins to let go of this lot of thing that the wrath is involved and that ends up becoming a little confusion in the head of the fire. The fire is a pioneer and so you need to be free with your fresh head to flow. Are you okay? Hail. Mother Josepha sends you a tight hug, Fia. Much love of this vein here for Fia and for all of you. Hail. Mother Josepha. Troubleshooting in life. Question. Gratitude for so many uplifting messages. Brothers, I would like to know why, sometimes I feel a void in my life. And what is my mission here on earth? I am a Reikian. I work in a college that does not give me more pleasure. I take care of my mother, but we do not relate well. Please help me. Gratitude. Answer. Dear daughter, you are in a process of awakening to the greater reality of life. Everything you see as challenge is learned that comes to you to add wisdom, so that you can continue your journey through the challenges of life. It is these challenges that will strengthen you, daughter, from the moment you get the wisdom to see everything you have in your life good, and how all these experiences enrich you. all that lives together, will open you to deal with something that needs to transpose in your life, which are relationships. By experiencing all these daily relationships lightly, you will learn to deal more lightly with life, more gently in everything you do. You will learn to look at people by allowing them to be as you wish to be, for the opinion you express about yourself it will no longer shake you. You will be able to remain in peace in the relationships, and here is the great learning that will lead to these experiences. Live with that lightness, see people with that look, allowing them to be as you wish, and then you will see the great change you will have in your life. These relationships will all just cease to bother you, and you will have anchored the experience you need to overcome the obstacles of your life. Be in peace. I'm Serapis Bey. Why did I spend evil to hear a mantra? Hello Masters, my gratitude to you for all the learning. A few days ago I had a strange experience, and I was a little afraid that I did not understand what was really happening to me. I got up early to study, and decided to listen to a channeled song, Crystallization Vibration. I had been listening to it for a few days. I was delighted with such perfection of letter and harmony. On this particular day when I heard it, my body shuddered, and after a while I began to shiver and tremble. I trembled for a long time and realized that my body was in high fever for no apparent reason, since I was perfectly fine and willing. I could not stop shaking and felt very cold. It seemed that the blood had disappeared from my veins. I sat in the sun to warm up, and I invoked protection and the violet flame. Soon I felt that the blood returned to the veins, but I delayed to return to my normal state. I felt bad all day. At night I felt good and willing. It seemed that nothing had happened to me. After that, I was very intrigued by this fact. I do not know what happened. I was afraid to hear the mantra again. Gratitude. Answer. My daughter. All mantras work the chakras and the balance of the physical body and all the layers of its auric field in all their bodies. Some of you are more attuned to the connection, and some of you are not. It does not mean that one day one should necessarily tune into the work performed in the vibration of some particular mantra, but rather that it may not be part of its line of work and evolution. So many are the ways to achieve energy alignment, spiritual balance and elevation, so many different paths, but that lead to the same goal. You can work with the ones you tune in and feel the best. There is no good or bad. There is only that which aligns more with its vibration. Stay in peace. I am Pitya. I cannot expose. Question. Good morning, beloved Masters. It's a time of great change, is not it? Looking in and letting them in has not been easy. But at every step comes so much love and lightness that afterwards I can only do it in gratitude. Beloved, from an early age I have serious problems with my mother. I worked on many aspects because of this relationship. But there is still detachment. I feel that I am not what I truly am beside her mostly. I got a lot of it when I was little. And today I could recognize that for fear of people and to show me I created a wall around me. Few people can break this wall. I have difficulty exposing myself, showing myself, being spontaneous and putting myself. I see in my childhood the root of my behavior. But I would very much like to receive an indication, a route to begin the journey of destroying the wall that I built, of showing myself to the world, of putting my potentials out there. And maybe one day heal my relationship with my mother. Gratitude, beloved. Answer. Beloved daughter. Often the path to your self-discovery and inner gaze may be solitary. You have experienced many experiences in your life that were planned to be part of your learning. But you cannot forget that you are here to transcend them. By looking at the past and putting justifications to being as you are, it creates a blockage for you to live free to express your true essence. There's no justification for me. There is only you, a beautiful girl, trying to adjust to this planet that poses daily challenges to beings overcome. But there is no need to seek to be what is not. Your goal, my daughter, as well as that of all of you, is only to listen to your inner essence. The fact that you do not feel comfortable exposing yourself is just something of your nature. Of course we turn to ourselves when we seek self-improvement as evolving souls. Those who watch around you, who expose themselves, are often still in need of exposure and acceptance to live happily. But that is a happiness not true and provisional. Remember that you came to this planet to live an individual experience, and the observation of the external, the absorbing of experiences through living with people, is only to look inside itself to evolve as soul. The relationship with family members is yet another example of the relationships he has established. There are no restrictions between you and your mother. What you need to seek is only the cause of your discomfort when you remain in her presence. How to be evolved and enlightened. You will live among so many people with all kinds of personalities, opinions, and even judgments. But the mastery is precisely in not allowing yourself to be involved, and radiating love without any form of judgment, and showing yourself that you love all beings, regardless of the degree of kinship or the type of relationship. For a master, all are equal, just as they are before God. And this is how you should perceive all your relationships. No need to show up. There's nothing wrong with you, daughter. Just follow your truth and your nature, understanding that you are here only provisionally for individual learning. And, therefore, all the situations, relationships and experiences that are placed before you are only so that you look within yourself and heal aspects that still hold you to the incarnational cycle. It is not something related to people or situations, for they are only the means that God and the universe have found to put before you their learning. Be at peace, my daughter, and hold in you the confidence in your heart and your intuition. I'm a teacher, nothing. I want to be noticed. Question. Masters. Thank you again for your presence in my life. Lately things are going well, I have nothing to complain about. However, sometimes I still feel disembodied in my city. I am open to the new, but mostly concerned relationships. At times I seem invisible to other people. How do I exercise more and more patience in this regard? Answer. Daughter. The energetic presence of bliss, good humor, and goodness is unquestionable before all. We do not say forced well-being, the smile that opens to please, but simply the state where we are well with ourselves, where it does not matter if we are seen or hidden. For we become sufficient within ourselves. This is the natural state of all. This feeling of feeling invisible, daughter, is because within you still seeks to please those who cross your path, but when you stop worrying about it, you will see that the energy that will attract will be so great that without force people will look for you. Your light is beautiful, daughter. It is only necessary to allow this light to radiate. You will see that by letting this light expand you will feel the glances coming to you. People will search without knowing why, what energy they feel and radiates from you. Do not worry, beloved, whether or not they look at you. Whether she is loved or not. But seek to be well in yourself, to find yourself in the state of well-being. By being enough within you, people will feel their confidence because of the change in their energetic state. What happens is that you feel inferior and this dazzles you, because you are not allowing its authenticity to radiate. But when you transcend this state, where you no longer care about what you think of you, then you do not have to force yourself to be noticed, for that is your natural state when you open your light. Be sure of that. I'm a teacher, nothing. Repeating abusive relationship cycles. Question. Dear Masters, once again thank you for the opportunity of communication. Last year, I ended an abusive relationship that lasted 5 years. I suffered a lot of psychological manipulation from this man, and I am working to free myself from some of the traumas he left behind. Since I've finished with him, I've met some people with very similar characteristics, controlling and dramatic people. A few days ago, I ended a brief relationship with a girl because I suddenly lost interest in her. I do not quite know the reason for my disinterest, but I believe that for fear of prejudice and also for having noticed some similarities with this man I mentioned. That makes sense? Why have I attracted this same pattern of relationship? I have taken everything as learning, but sometimes I get hopeless and frustrated not finding the right person. There's another person I'm interested in and we've been dating a few times, but despite the affinity I do not think he has the same interest in me. How do I stop repeating this pattern? Gratitude. Answer. Daughter. The mental pattern you have registered in yourself, of positioning yourself as a victim, is what causes you to repeatedly engage in relationships where you are actually placed as a victim. You put yourself in that position because of a schedule that is recorded in you, but that it has been removed and therefore you are now free to follow. We activate in you from today, the new program of self-love and self-acceptance. From the search for happiness in being with oneself and in being happy and self-sufficient in this way. You engage in repeated relationships because you do not take a firm stand in your own life, where you allow yourself to be manipulated by others for thinking that you are emotionally fragile. This moment comes to an end. Enough of suffering. From today you are free. You are self-sufficient. You are a wise woman who has learned from your experiences and therefore will not allow the approach of people who will not make your days lighter and sweeter. Stand before your life with autonomy, stand firm in your position and take ownership of what you really are. Assume your true identity and do not allow others to try to show or create personality in yourself through the open door that leaves emotional fragility and lack. The days of the victim passed. From now on you are the owner of your own truth. You will leave behind everything you have reported and will not look at what has passed. You will let go of your new posture of power and inner strength. You are strong and self-sufficient. Repeat. I am strong and self-sufficient. I am strong and self-sufficient. I am strong and self-sufficient. I am the owner of my truth as of my life. I am the owner of my truth as of my life. I am the owner of my truth and my life. My body and my life obey my command. My body and my life obey my command. My body and my life obey my command. You are the new woman that is born now. Empty for the past, but filled with a glorious future that is forming. Nothing that has happened matters. It does not matter to understand the whys and whores. It only matters now that you will build with the programming that is your strength, and that will be perennial in your life starting today. Go forward in the pursuit of your truth, assuming your truth, and showing to your external what you really are. This is your new strength and it will remain with you to be a part of your new reality. Stay in peace. I'm a Master PTA.